Tell me, how many times have you decided to change? A new habit, a project, a dream, it all starts well. But then you stop, you procrastinate, you give up. Why does this happen? Is it a lack of discipline, a problem with motivation, or is there something deeper? Today, I will reveal the real reasons why we fail, and more importantly, how to finally succeed. The greatest journeys begin with a single step, and the wisest travelers, they learn from those who walked before them. So listen closely, dear friends, and let a wise cat's heart offer you some precious advice. Why do you fail? Most people think they fail because they lack motivation, but motivation is a lie. Here's why you really fail. You rely too much on motivation. Motivation is like sunshine on fur, warm but fleeting. Day 1, you're all in. Day 10, you find excuses. Motivation fades, and when it does, you try to overcompensate by setting extreme goals, making success even harder to reach. You set unrealistic goals. Going from "I never exercise" to "I will run 10 kilometers every day." That's setting yourself up for failure. You aim too high, too fast. If you want to read more, don't force yourself into hours of reading. Just start with 5 minutes a day. Consistency matters more than duration. Small habits create big success. But when you fail to meet impossible goals, you start fearing failure itself. And fear? It's the biggest reason you never even start. You fear failure. A cat that falls does not despair. It stretches, gets up, and jumps again. Many people let failure define them rather than seeing it as part of the journey. You want to start a project, but fear judgment. And in the end, fear keeps you frozen, stuck in inaction. Failure is not the end. It's data, a lesson, a stepping stone. Look around. Those unfinished projects, those ideas left behind, how many were simply waiting for the perfect moment that never came? The perfect moment is an illusion. Successful people don't wait. They act because now is enough. The 3-step formula to finally succeed. Now that we know why we fail, how do we finally succeed? 1. Do less but better. Why chase 1,000 mice when one is enough? List your priorities. Remove 80% of unnecessary tasks. Focus on what truly matters. Tiny daily habit. A kitten does not learn to leap in a single attempt. It tries little by little. Want to meditate? Don't start with 30 minutes. Start with 2 minutes. Repeating a small action daily creates a major transformation. Make failure impossible. Want to read more? Start by placing a book on your pillow each night, and so it's the last thing you see before sleeping and the first thing you reach for in the morning. Want to move more? Just begin with a simple 1-minute stretch. It's small, but consistency turns it into a habit. Want to eat healthier? Make it easier for yourself. Swap the unhealthy snacks in your home for nourishing options you enjoy. A good environment pushes you towards success without needing to think about it. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. There are 2 possible scenarios. You started today, even with a tiny step, and slowly built momentum. Or you waited again, made excuses, and nothing changed. A year goes by fast. Which future do you choose? Because in a year, you won't have a choice anymore. It will be too late, but today, you still have a choice. Turning failure into fuel. Many people see failure as a stop sign. Thomas Edison saw it as a blueprint for success. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And yet, we often let a single setback convince us that we are incapable. This approach to failure was radically different from the way most people think. Every experiment that didn't work was not a waste of time. It was a valuable lesson, a step forward, not backward. Reframing failure as data, not defeat. When something doesn't work, it's not a dead end. It's just information. It's telling you what needs adjustment. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" ask, "What did I just learn?" The most successful people don't have fewer failures than others. They simply extract more wisdom from every failure, allowing them to improve rapidly while others quit. Persistence. Innovation, mastery and progress rarely happen in a single moment of genius. They are built on trial, error, and adjustment. Every mistake brings you one step closer to success. The truth is, most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they give up too soon. The one experiment rule. The best way to apply this mindset is simple. Treat everything in life like an experiment. Instead of asking yourself, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if this is just the test before the breakthrough?" Make failure something you expect and embrace, not something you fear. The more you see mistakes as a necessary part of growth, the faster you'll reach your goals. What if failure was never the problem, but simply your fear of trying again? How would you act differently if you knew every mistake brought you closer to success? If this message resonated with you, like, comment, share, and subscribe so more wandering souls can find their path. The leap forward. We fail because we rely too much on motivation, set unrealistic goals, and fear failure. But here's how to finally succeed. Do less, but better. Commit to one small daily habit. Make failure impossible. Now, I have a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, take one small daily action, just one tiny step. No pressure. Commit in the comments and check back in a week. Because this is how real change happens. One small step at a time. At the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and success is the step you refuse to take. So act now. Like a cat poised before the leap, there will always be a moment of stillness, hesitation. But when the time comes, a cat does not question. It leaps with grace, knowing that the ground will meet its paws. Trust in yourself. Take the leap. And, as always, may the meow be with you.